Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Excellence Through Quality Roadmap session. And this is with Dr. Omer Eltigani. This is in the conference track Process Excellence. A little bit about Dr. Eltigani is that he's a quality management and organizational excellence expert with over 23 years of experience as director and senior management professional. He is also a senior ASQ member, and I'm happy to mention that he is a CMC leadership lead for QMD. And if I didn't mention, I'm Ellen Quinn. I'm also the QMD chair. Housekeeping, the track session is for 45 minutes. The questions and answers will be at the end of Dr. Tagani's presentation. Please write your questions in the Q&A. And depending on the number of questions, we may or may not get to all of them, but I'll make sure he does get them. So over to you, Dr. Tagani.
Thank you, Ellen, and hi everyone. Yeah, this session will be focused on the roadmap, how to achieve excellence, because as everyone knows, excellence is always the ultimate goal of every organization, regardless if they intentionally want to achieve excellence or unintentionally, because excellence is about everything good in performance and employees, and environment and everything and all the aspects. So in this session, I will move you, like walk you through uh, the 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 key elements that every organization has to have to achieve the excellence. So I will try to summarize like my 25 years of experience in this. I'm doing this for more than 23 years of experience, and I have total 25 years of experience. So I will show you from my experience what the key element and how to achieve it, like the roadmap, and also what are the challenges and how we can overcome those challenges. So in this session, you will understand what is the excellence through quality equation. This is my own equation. I built it through this long years of experience in the field. Okay, and then we'll show you the roadmap to succeed in each of these key elements. Okay, and then we'll discuss the challenges and how to overcome those challenges. Okay, so are you ready to see what's excellence about? So excellence, as defined by the European Foundation for Quality Management (EFQM), is to achieve outstanding and sustainable result at all organizational aspects, like leadership, strategy, processes, people, products, etc. And then excellence for me is like a utopia, right? Everything is perfect, and this on the ground in reality is not exist, but it's always excellence is amazing driver for continual improvement. So you put that target to be excellent in all aspects: strategy, leadership, processes, product, customer services, everything that you put the target as excellent, and then you have the continuous improvement tools to always to be better and going better and better business wise, performance wise, profit wise, on all aspects. Okay, so that's you can say it's a quality, it's a journey. Excellence is a journey without end. So always is excellence is the direction to improve from day to day, and it's not a destination. You cannot say that I achieved the excellence, because excellence is not achievable. It's not something you can really have it. So it's like, as I said, it's a direction, and then the organization has to move towards it. Like every day using the excellence and continuous improvement tools. Okay, so excellence is everyone's responsibility, and this also very important to know as quality professionals. Excellence and achieving excellence and quality is not our responsibility only. It's everyone's responsibility, from top management up to the lowest level in the organization. Okay, so and this is also very important, and most of us as quality professionals are not keeping this in mind. Excellence is not is the senior leadership issue, and that's also in the ISO 9000 latest version, 9001 2015. They are putting accountability of successful quality programs and quality management systems on the leadership shoulders. So leadership team are the one accountable to provide all the resources needed, provide the suitable environment for the organization to succeed and to achieve excellence. Okay, so this is the excellence vehicle. And if you see the organization like a vehicle, and then the tires that move the vehicle is a BDCA, continual improvement, and you have the ground that the system that you established of the quality management system. We call it, we abbreviate it as QMS. So you have that set of plans, policies, procedure, processes, forms, template. All this is the ground, because if you don't have a solid ground of good, robust QMS, then you will not be able to move towards the excellence. And guess what? Who's the driver of this vehicle? It's a leadership team, right? And with the help of everyone, all employees in the organizations, and also, like, if I can say, like a surprise, quality team and excellence team of the organization are not part of this at all. Our role as quality professionals is just to guide and to support and to gauge the performance and the progress towards excellence. But it's not our job to do the actual work for quality on day-to-day basis. Okay, so this is very important, because now I see many of the quality professionals like get engaged in the issues that non-compliant, for example. They take responsibility and accountability of this, and that's wrong practice, to be honest. It should be the leadership and the people owning that process to fix the problems and the issues and the process hiccups in that area. Okay. So now I have a question for you. If you can just answer that in the chat, will be good. So what are the key elements from your experience, and that will will work like a pillar to have a successful excellence journey or quality journey? Can you just answer that in the chat if you don't mind?
I'm sorry, Omer,
Learn. Yeah,
can
I
you
can see.
repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm just saying, what are the key three key elements that we need to have, or pillars that to have a successful quality journey or excellence journey? I see some good answers, like learning, it's a good one. Quality culture, that's very good as well. Practical thinking and logical analysis, documentation control, horizontal sharing of improvement, leadership support, that's very important. Leadership culture, yeah, that's very good. People development, also excellent. Leadership ownership, this is very important. Empathy, yeah, I like that as well. So yeah, that's good answer, to be honest, and that will let me be excited to show you my equation then. Then yeah, just go for the equation. So to achieve excellence through quality, then you need to have the first pillar is robust QMS, as I said, like quality management system in place, policies, procedure, processes, forms, all documentation that need to be in place, and it need to be robust, not like every like documentation and or write up you just put there. Okay, the second element is engage employees, and employees always the very important, the most important asset for the organization. So we need to have them like engaged in that to achieve the excellence. And the last and most important element, also the commitment of leadership team. So and then the multiplication of these, then we'll have the result of excellence performance through quality. And if you and why I make it like multiplication relationship, because that if the, for example, if the QMS is not robust or not good system documentation, then the final result will be also very significantly impacted by that. And also, if you have a good system and employees are not engaged, are not willing to do improvement and excellence work, then also that also the result will be at the bottom level. And also commitment, leadership commitment. If you have a good system and people engage on that, then leadership are not engaged or not supporting the system or the excellence journey, then also you'll have very poor results. So all the three components or key elements need to be, on the best level to achieve the best result and best excellent journey for the organization. Okay, so the first element is to have a robust quality management system, and to have that, and as I said, when I said quality management system, I mean the documentation said that you have the objective, the policies, the procedure, the forms, and everything. So the first thing we need to understand that if you would like to depend on plans, then or to develop plans, then plans should answer what we need to do, what the actions that we need to be done, and procedure always should answer the question how to do it. So always procedure talking about how to do things step by step. Okay, and then plans like what to be done. Okay, then the procedure that you write it down and for any process, it need to be following the process approach. If you remember in ISO 9000, the process approach is to identify the business or activities in like input, and then the process, the steps, and then the output. So this approach is very important to follow. And then your procedure, you need to be fit the purpose. So you don't need to put like many wording in your procedure in your system. Very simple, very straight to the point, exactly describing what you do. That will be more effective and more digestive to employees or your team. Okay, make it simple and direct to the point, and then identify process input and output. And this is very important, and I see it like missed in most of the procedures. They are not, exactly identifying the input and the output, especially the output, because output will affect your KPIs, because all the KPIs of the process you put should be based on in the output of the final output of their process. Okay, so and also you need to identify roles and roles and responsibility of the team who will be doing what. And I always prefer to use the RACI matrix: responsible, who's responsible, who's accountable, who's to be consulted, who's to be informed in that activity. Okay, so this is the roadmap. I think from my experience, if you implement these like hints or heads up in your while developing the quality management system, then for sure you will have then you for sure will have a good and robust quality management system in place. Okay, so and what are the challenges? One of the major or the most major challenge for that is the implementation, because always we set the procedure in place, but then we face a hard time with the employees, with the team to implement that procedure we develop. Because as you know, we have to write what we do and do what we write, right? So that's that the so to overcome this, and from my experiences, always try to identify a process owner for each process. This process owner will be the guy who participate in developing his procedure or her procedure, and he will be the one to audit and to make sure that their team inside that department implementing the procedure. Okay, then process owner has to be engaged with you as a quality professional while developing the process. Okay, and then you have to spend time like doing structural training and coaching for the team on the developed procedure or plans or processes. and that training should be continual training. So that's very important. And also one of the things that I find it very useful, if you do internal audit, especially for the 2 or 3 first audit, that you make it educational. You don't look for things like an formal audit. You just make it to train people how the system should work, how the audit should be done, and what the question that they expect to do, and how to implement it, and what are the benefits of having those procedures in place. Okay. On one of the things that I implemented in 2 of my organizations that I worked before in my experience in my life or in my career is that to form a committee for quality, and this committee should be from the quality team for sure, one of the quality team, and then from each team or department you will have 1 or 2 champions plus the process owner. So those committee will will meet like regularly, maybe every week, to discuss the performance of the quality in their departments, and there is any issues, and just try to resolve any hiccups during the implementation. This is also very, very important. And those 2 or 3 guys you identify from the department will be your eyes in that department, right? And then they'll be the quality champion in that department or that team. So they will also leverage the level of quality, understanding, awareness among their team on daily basis. And also, if there is any issues, they can report it to you like on the spot. Okay, so the second element is the engage employees, and that's also one of the most important thing, because without employees or without engaged team, then you will not be able to implement the procedure that you developed or having continued improvement initiative successfully implemented there. Then the first hint here is just to communicate. Communication is the key here. If you don't communicate with the team, and at the end, what you will want to achieve from that communication, you want to raise the awareness of them about quality and about the system, and then at the end they need to understand what we are talking about, right? You have to use their own language, and then you have like a common language, and everyone to be on the same page on the quality, and that will not come by one training or by one session or by one meeting. It comes like it's like built up through the time and communication, relationship, meetings, reports, and all the things that formal or informal training that you need to use. Okay, so training is also very important. You just set up like 1 training per month or 2 training per month. That will be like a regular process that you do every time, that will make the information stick on the minds of everyone about quality. Okay, and then to get engaged employee, you have to understand some of the change management technique, because you are changing the mindset of people, right? People used to work on this way, and then you ask them to work in another way. There is processes they have to follow, there is KPIs they have to measure, and there's objectives they have to achieve. Everything is changing now, and you know that change always, there is some people resisting, some people in the accepting, and some people will be in the moderate level. So yeah, so you have to understand that. Okay, then always try to solve problems of the team, especially if you can do that for the head of departments, or if you focus on the pain, because from your experience or your daily dealing with them, meeting with them, you will understand some of the pain areas, and you try to help them. Because if you solve this problem for them, they will say that, okay, they will rely on you in the future, and they will trust, and trust will be built on that way. So they will rely on you, and in implementing this new procedures. Okay, then you need to also, if you can find a way to find the fatal few, if you know a Pareto, like that you will, if you find that the 20% of problems that that cause 80% of the problems. I mean, if you find the 20% of the causes that cause the 80% of the problem, then you will, and if you resolve that 20% or a big part of that or portion of that 20%, then you will have like early wins, and and then you will gain people trust as well. Okay, then always use the support approach. Don't be let people feel that you are not part of the organization. You are or you're like doing the quality traditional work of picking mistake, identifying non-conformities and this stuff. But always use the approach of support, and because quality team always would like to support and achieve what the organization achieve, right? So it's all should be aligned to each other. And also the last advice is just be nice with people, because you are the champion for or the advocate for quality. If you deal with people good, then they will have the impression that quality is a good thing to adopt. So it's part of the journey also. Okay. Then one of the most resisting or the challenging challenges for the engaged employees is that people, as part of the change, because you will find people, most of them, like resisting. They don't want to follow the procedure. They don't want to do the improvement and follow the new work, new way of work. So all this need one of this will be challenges. And one of the hints here, or the advice, is that, as I said, is to try to understand the change management, how it goes, and always spend time, with the people accepting, and the people in the moderate or neutral. So if you spend time with the neutral, then will for sure by time they will be accepting the new system, and spend less time always from with the resisting people. Because from my experience, if someone is resisting, if you try to convince him or her by that system, it's gonna be a waste of time. But let's focus on the accepting and the neutral people, and then the resisting people will be following you by time. That will not come in the phase in the beginning, but by time, by communication, by seeing the value of the system, they will follow and be with you in that. So okay, and then one of the hints that I find is very useful when you communicate to other departments or other teams, just try to have the approach of what's in it for me, what the benefit those guys will get from that system, and always try to make it like uh, relating to their job or their process, or to the pain area that they have. So then you can have like them get engaged with you in the system and the process. Okay, always don't stick to one way of communication. Always just try to use various type of communications, like letters, emails. Sometimes you need to go for internet, and sometimes you need to go for informal communication in the corridor. If you find some people in the corridor, you just talk to them. So use all means and ways to communicate your message, that the importance and the benefits of the system. Okay, then always remember, quality is everyone responsibility. They have to understand that if while communicating with them, they have to understand this is their issue, their problem, their baby, to have to adopt. Okay, the last key element is the community leadership, and this is very important and very crucial. And most of us are not doing well on this, right? Because always leadership is focusing on different things. And also, again, communication is the key here. Communicate, communicate, and communicate to them. And then during your communication, try to talk their language, because leadership, they have their own priorities, right? In terms of business goals and profit, their client, their customers. So if you manage to align and sorry make your message like clear and simple to the point, because always those guys and the leadership team are very busy on time, and they have limited time always to this other than their main goals and main priorities. So make your message always simple, and also try to showcase that quality is something helpful to them. If you can focus on the main business goals and main business, and try to improve it, then also will give them like a trust, if you solve their big problems and pain areas here. Okay, so always adopt the continuous improvement approach. Be always, and try to say that in every single meeting with the leadership. Try to focus on that. We are here as a quality team, we are helping, are supporting the business, supporting the team. Your goals as a quality, as a leadership, is our goal as a quality. So all aligned, so are doing the same thing. And if you manage to get like a regular communication with the leadership team, that will be awesome. Like weekly meetings, or daily, or it depends on organization and the function that you are doing, the organization, or the main business of the organization. But try to keep like regular communication with the management. If you succeed to find a slot in their busy calendars and schedules, then it will be very good. Then, because regular communication, like every week, every 2 weeks, then that will change the mindset for sure by time. Okay, then the major challenge here, and as you know, I think every one of us have this problem. Leadership priority is different. Is they have thinking, and most of them thinking in the short, like term goals, like to gain more business. I mean, make profits. Please the shareholders. They have many other top big issues. But if you manage to communicate, focusing that this is also quality and excellence is part of their responsibility. It's not only the quality team or other teams is responsible. Excellence is the leadership issue. They have to adopt that, and they have to be accountable, and following that, reviewing that every like 2 or 3 months, the performance of the quality, and providing the resources that needed for successful quality management system and excellence. Okay, so if you manage to align your excellence and quality initiatives with the business and company goals that like important for the management or the leadership team, then you will be most probably in the right way to achieve excellence and to achieve leadership commitment. Okay, start by the business processes. Why that? Because by the core business processes, because always leadership focus on the core business processes. If, for example, if your company or organization doing, for example, construction, then if you focus in improving the construction process, that will make some more will be more resonating with the management. Okay, and if, for example, if you are doing servicing, for example, like part of communities, if you improve that service to the community and then they start receiving positive feedback from the community or the customers, that also will build a trust with the management. So just focus on the core business at the beginning, and put more effort to improve those processes, and let the management feel there is good result from that improvement. Okay, so always try to have a tangible result. If it's related to the profit, for example, increasing the profit, that will be awesome. If it is reducing the cost, it will be also fantastic. If you can also reduce the time cycle for your service to the customers, that also will impact the business and the company very, very well. Okay, and also from experience at the beginning, or when you are developing the system, don't take the stick heavy from the beginning and put like more promises and that you cannot handle. Just always be reasonable, and tell the leadership team that you will be doing this, like eating the elephant bite by bite. You are not be able to to do like big jumps, like improvement. Small improvement will build up and make like a large improvement. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of my session. So if you have any question, now it's the time for you have 15 minutes for question and answer. Yes, please go ahead and ask the question in the chat.
Hey, and Omer, we have the results of the poll as well. I have it up on, can you see?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, certification, leadership, satisfaction. Yeah, robust. Yeah, see, people. Yeah, most of the 60% have the right answer. See, there is no right or wrong answer, but the most correct answer I can say, because all these elements are important to achieve the excellence and to go have a successful excellence journey. But C is the most important, right? Key elements: robust quality management system, engaged employees, and committed leadership. So yeah, I'm glad that have most of the people have the right answer.
Right, and we actually have one question. Someone asked whether or not they could have a copy of your slides.
Yes, for sure. I will share it with you, Ellen,
Okay, and we
yeah,
can post them on the site.
on
Okay,
the
I'll make a
site. Yeah,
note.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
right. Well, I have a question. And what would you say is your most difficult quality challenge?
Yeah, the most difficult quality challenge I say is always to get engagement of the leadership, and this is very important, and the impact of that is very significant on the system, because you can imagine that I'm doing great job. I did all the procedure and all set in place, and I did my part in training the employee, the team. But again, leadership are not seeing this very important, or not seeing the value of that. So that's impacting the whole result, because always employees and teams always following the leadership, right? Whatever direction that leadership is going on, then the whole team or most of the team will follow that direction or that path. So it's if the leadership are not seeing quality and system is important, then everyone in the organization will follow that, or most of them will follow that. Then you will feel yourself like, as a quality professional, you're doing something that's not important for the management, and then everyone will lose the interest, in that. Okay,
Thank
I
you. Oh,
see more questions. Yeah,
yeah, we
tell.
do have another one. What are common leadership challenges you see in organizations?
Common leadership challenges. Is it the right? If you
Yes,
can say the question
common
again, please.
common leadership challenges. Yep.
Yeah, so leadership challenges, always, because quality is, yeah, quality is a journey, right? If we cannot achieve immediate result, and you need some time, the company have the trust and the quality team, and invest on hiring the good quality team, and then they have the patience to see the result, because quality is the journey, right? And the change management process cannot achieve the good result from the first month or second month. It needs some time to build on, and I have real example on that, while working in one company. I think this is the only one company in my career that I got the commitment from the CEO himself, and he invested in the department, and I established like a quality department from scratch. At that time, I was the only one quality in the quality department. I established the department, and I convinced him of the values of the benefit of that system, and he got committed, and he hired more team for me, and he got, invest on that, and he like was patient, and I spent, I remember, like 2 years just doing the system and doing the training, but at the end it get the benefit and the fruits, out of that. So it's and that's one of the challenges. Leadership wants, like, immediate benefits and to see tangible result, and that's will not happen. It needs some time, because you cannot achieve it yourself as a quality team. You need to build the process, and then you need to build trust with the team, and then you need to have team like engage and train. So all these need time to be built and to see the valuable results.
Yeah. Thank you. Another question, according to industry trend, how much percentage of success is achieved in reality versus planning mostly?
In quality, that's a very good question. I cannot say a percentage, but to be honest, successful percentage or rate is still low. Yeah, I cannot see even it's not medium. It's still in the low level. We still have more to do as a quality, and there's many challenges here. And one of the things that I cannot blame the organization or the leadership, I, because sometimes if the quality professionals are not like doing the right thing in building the system, building the training, and engaging with people, communicating, engaging with the leadership, then for sure will not have a successful journey. This from my experience, at least I can say that. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Another question, do you have any good hints to engage the staff for new changes during pizza parties?
Pizza parties. Yeah, I like that. You can have, yeah, yeah. See, if you have, if you can mix, quality with fun, that's great, because people, always see quality like something rigid and something always talking about policies, procedures, systems, non-conformities, all this on audits, and that's why people have this impression. But if you can manage that with some fun, and as I said in my one of the slides, always be smile and be nice to people. If you have that character, dealing with people nicely, and and having fun with the quality and with the pizza party, as you said, that will be fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting for me. I know that. Another question for you. How can a quality group succeed if the team has not been offered authority but recommendation status?
Yeah, excellent. This is a good point. Even I missed to have it in my presentation. If you as a quality team, you don't have the authority, that's a big challenge to overcome. And I see it in many organizations. Even myself, I have joined some organizations, and they are putting the quality team or department, like 2 or 3 levels, below the top management, and that's make your voice not heard, make your influence will be very less, because always position and power has influence, right? So if you are reported to the CEO of the organization, or reporting to the first line, the top line of the organization, then you will be part of that team, and your voice will be very very well heard by everyone in the organization.
Okay, thank you. Another question is, do you have any thoughts on what quality will look like in Industry 5.0, mass automation, AI everywhere, etc.?
That's really I don't know if I can answer that question or not, because till now for me, this new technology and AI is I don't know how it will go and how it will affect, to be honest, exactly the system. But again, jumping to technology is a good thing, um, especially if you have in that if that can influence the process and the way of doing things, right? If you can merge, if you can use technology in the processes that or on daily basis activities, of the organization, that will be very helpful. And I have also good example of that. One of the I was facing some complaint from my client at that time about the tendering process. So we are doing tendering, helping the client to hire contractors and consultant for their businesses. So one of the complaints I received that at that time tendering process took long time from us as a company. And then I used the technology with my team, and we built like a software that organize all the bidding process and keep all the offers, and even like analyzing the technical offers and financial offers, and that save like I say like 40% of the client time on that process. So always technology is good to use, and but if you can merge it with the right process, you cannot if you have technology but you don't have the basics of the right process in place, then you will be in another problem, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thanks. We have 5 minutes left. Did you want to take one more question?
Yes, yeah, maybe one question, yeah, would be good.
Okay. There was one question. We have commitment from leadership, but in some ways it's only lip service to a certain degree. I mean, how do we change this?
Yes, exactly. And I had the same thing. Always when you talk to the management, they said, okay, we support you, we like that, this is good with us. And when it comes to reality, then reality, I mean, if there is any situation, they have to come, I mean, to pick like other department interest and your interest, then for sure they will go for other department, because if especially if affect their business, and profit or time because I'm for me, I'm in the construction now. So construction always about progress. They have targets, they have deadlines, they have to achieve. That's one of the challenges. So if you manage to align your goals as quality and initiatives, and especially if you build some initiatives to improve the core business of the organization, then for sure you will find the top management, working with you and align with you and give you the support that you need. Yeah, I hope I answered the questions.
You did.
Yeah,
And we thank you very much, Dr. Omer, and thank you everyone for who have attended this session. I hope you found it very insightful and useful. I did, and I want to thank everyone. So hopefully, your rest of your day and the rest of the sessions will be as interesting as Dr. Omer.
thank you so much, Ellen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a, have a good day. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.